All right. I thought we'd get into a little bit of conversation this evening. Little bit of conversation. So, I'm going to let some of y'all come on up in here. Come on up in here. Because we about to get into it. We about to get into it. Hold on, let me see if I can. Yes. Hold on. Hey, y'all, come on in. I'm trying to pin my comment. No, I didn't want to turn the screen. All right, maybe I gotta wait or something. I don't know. All right, come on in. So we can have this amazing conversation. How y'all doing on this amazing Sunday? I hope y'all are doing good. Okay, so I basically had, watched a video here on Facebook, and it was a discussion about side chicks, and how, some men just, can't be with one woman. Hey! All right, let's see. Can I do it now? I'm trying to, pin my comment. Why can't I pin my comment? No? Hold on. I can't pin my own comment? Alright, don't worry. I'm not going to worry about it. Let me see if I can. Alright. Somebody comment share so I can pin your comment. Okay, so back to what I was talking about. Okay, so, in this video, they were talking about how, men have side chicks because they can't be with one woman, they can't be faithful, and just because that's just what they want to do. So, me, I like to take a situation and I like to think about it from all angles of it, And I'm I feel like that, what people experienced, that may be true for maybe what they experienced. You understand? That's not true all across the board, though. That's not the reason that side chicks exist. Let's be real today. We're going to talk reality. We're not going to talk about anything but what's real. Now, I'm not in no way telling anybody, oh, go and cheat. I'm not saying go cheat by far. But what I'm saying is, in some situations, a side chick exists because the main chick isn't doing what they're supposed to do. Now, I said we're going to be real on today. Am I condoning cheating? Absolutely not. I'm not condoning cheating. But let me just run you through a scenario. Because I always tell women, listen, what you won't do, another woman will. Just like women for years have been telling men, what you won't do, another man will. That's that. Listen, I've heard that from women for years. That don't just apply to men. That applies to women too. What we won't do, another woman will. Okay. Scenario. You in a relationship with a man and y'all don't talk. There's no communication. He has no outlet. He has nobody to vent to. And he's been like this for some while. And the woman that, he's in a relationship with just doesn't care. She doesn't care. She doesn't care how I feel. She don't ask him how I feel. They don't talk. When there is a talk or he tries to express himself, it's an argument. Got that? Okay. So, you got this man, walking around, mental health a little messed up, and he need to vent about some things. He need to talk. So, this man meet Katrina. Right? So Katrina, hold on, y'all. I swiped the comments. I didn't even see y'all. Sorry. Come on in. I'm sorry. So he meet Katrina, right? Him and Katrina can talk. He could talk to Katrina about stuff. He can vent to Katrina about stuff. Katrina ain't yelling at him. Katrina ain't arguing with him. She's not doing none of that, right? So now, him and Katrina get close. And him and Katrina get intimate. Do y'all know why he was intimate with Katrina? Do y'all know why he was intimate with Katrina? He was intimate with Katrina because they had a connection. The main girl he been seeing, they were disconnected. It's not, listen, you don't need a degree to figure these things out. I'm not saying this is everybody's situation. I'm just trying to teach a little bit today. When you in a relationship with anybody, but I use the man as the example because, quote unquote, the side chick thing, and I'm not saying having a side chick is right. I'm telling you how the side chick come into play so you can prevent it. That's all. That's it. This doesn't apply to everybody. Just before everybody inbox me, it don't apply to everybody. If it apply to you, cool. If you can learn something, cool. But there was a connection. In a lot of relationships, there's no connection. So when another woman comes along and give your man what he been needing, you don't think he gonna take it. You don't think he's gonna take it? You don't think he's gonna be interested in it? He's lacking something that this quote unquote side chick slid right on it and gave him with no problem. And it started out as just talking. It started out in, him just being able to talk to her, vent to her, her texting him like, hey, are you okay? How's your day? Things that his main woman is not doing. I'm just trying to come to y'all today and let y'all know how a side chick even exists. You understand? Because a side chick will slide in and do what the main chick isn't doing. You understand? Oh, okay. Just so y'all follow me. Just follow me. Follow me because I'm going to lead y'all somewhere. Listen, I'm going to teach y'all something. You understand? I'm going to teach y'all something on the day. That's just like when a woman is not said, like I put a question out there last week saying that, why is the relationship only in jeopardy when the woman's not happy? Because women have no problem saying, listen, I cheated because you wasn't helping me. Or I cheated because this, or I cheated because of that, and that's supposed to be okay. It's not okay on either side. It's not okay. But it happens because someone is missing something. But it's like, for real, like when a man cheat, it's like looked at as the worst thing in the world. Like, oh my God, he cheated and he ain't have to cheat. And well, I'm not being smart. I'm not being smart. I don't think that some men be looking to cheat. I don't think they be looking to cheat. I feel like some men, their hand is pushed. Their hand is pushed. Listen, I came to keep it real. You understand? No chaser. I'm not sugarcoating nothing. I'm letting y'all know how it is. Some men are pushed. Is there some men that cheat because that's what they want to do? Yes. One that just can't commit to more than one woman? Yes. That's some situations. But some situations, people overlook that the man is lacking. And that a man has needs. And a man has wants. What did I come on here and tell y'all last year to help y'all? Save y'all marriages and save y'all relationships. If you are not being intimate with your boyfriend or being intimate with your husband, you can't be mad when he step out, sis. I said it. I said what I said. I'll keep saying it until y'all understand. Reality. Listen, this ain't Cinderella. This ain't, what's that girl's name? Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs. This ain't Princess and the Frog. No, this is reality. If you really sit up and you think that you ain't going to be intimate with your man for 6 months, listen, I'm not even going to say 6 months. More than a month, 6 months, a year, 2 years. Somebody has told me in 5 years they have not had sex with their wife. I'm scared. So when he get close to another woman and they get a connection, they be intimate, sis, you can't be mad. You pushed him into the hands, the arms, and into the vagina of a side chick. I know I ain't lying. I know I ain't lying. Because this is exactly what some situations are. But us women don't want to be real with ourselves to sit back and check ourselves and say, well, Dad, you know what? My feelings is hurt. I'm hurt. But me as a woman, I wasn't doing what I was supposed to be doing in the relationship. I wasn't doing what I was supposed to be doing in the marriage. That's all I'm saying. I said what I said. Period. You cannot be mad. How can you be mad? If that was me, I gotta be mad at me. I got to be mad at me. I could be hurt about it. But if I'm not intimate, let me tell you something. Intimacy is not 100% the relationship, but it's an important piece to the relationship. I don't know what's going on with some of y'all women's vaginas. I don't know. That you can go a month, 3 months, 6 months, a year, and I've heard 5. I don't know what's going on with them. I really don't. I don't never want to know. But y'all got to get it. Y'all got to get that together. Because see, when you're in a relationship and you're in a marriage and intimacy stops, there's no connection. There's no connection no more. Come on, we're going to be real. Intimacy is not 100%, but it's an important part. If I'm in a relationship with a man, I want to be intimate with him. I want to touch him and hold him, and yeah, I want to be intimate with you, baby. That's what I want to do, because I love you. Yeah, let's get it in. Let's be intimate. Y'all don't be saying that? Y'all don't feel like that? Y'all don't? Oh, I don't know what's wrong with y'all. But when you fall out of the mindset of not wanting to be intimate, that means the connection is gone. There's no connection. So what did your boyfriend or husband do? He went out, which, like I said, I'm not condoning cheating at all. I'm not condoning it, but I understand some people's hands are pushed because people have needs. And I'm not going to say us women don't go through that. I'm not going to say that. But I've never really known a guy to not want to be intimate with a woman unless he wasn't into her no more or, something like that, But it's a higher rate of men that want to be intimate with their woman, but their woman doesn't want to be intimate. I think there's a lower rate of it being flipped around. You see what I'm saying? Because I don't know too many dudes that's turning down intimacy. I just don't know none. I'm not saying they don't exist. I don't know none. They could exist though. Okay. But what I'm saying is you push them outside the relationship because everybody has needs. That's just the bottom line. And if your man ain't getting it from you, where do you expect them to get it from? Y'all can tell me on the video. Y'all can inbox me. Where you expect them to get it from? And then the sad part about it is in relationships and these marriages, are y'all even having conversations about intimacy? Really? Are y'all having conversations about intimacy? Because, and listen, I'm about to get real. I'm about to get real with this. I've had someone Tell me. Well, we only been intimate twice this year. Talking about 2019. Well, we only been intimate twice, this year. But I don't like to do all the stuff that he liked me to do. I'm like, oh, okay, so it's like I can understand, some stipulations and stuff. I said, well, what do he like that you don't like to do? Well, she said, well, I think giving oral sex is disgusting. What happened? What happened, sis? She said, I think giving oral sex is disgusting. Well, do he give you oral sex? She was like, yeah. Oh, so you one of them. She like, what? Oh, you selfish. She was like, how's that so? You want me to answer that? Or you want me to let you live? What? Just let me know how you want to do this. She's like, no, I want the truth. Okay, sis, here you go. Let me tell you something. When you are in a relationship or a marriage, it is a woman's job to satisfy a man. It is a man's job to satisfy a woman. Period. Now, there might be some little stipulations and stuff when it comes to some stuff, when it comes to sexual, or I just feel like oral sex is a given. It's a given. It's included. It comes in the package. All that. I said, so he was satisfying you, but you didn't want to satisfy him. Because, baby, it's not about it's not about you. When you get up on the stage, sis, it ain't about you. Baby, what's going on? What's up? Listen, matter of fact, I said, listen, you ain't even supposed to ask him. You supposed to go ahead and be intimate with your man the way that he wants you to be intimate with him. And I'm sure you thinking oral is disgusting is the reason why the side chick's in play. Cause see the side chick. I'm gonna try to keep this PG. The side chick don't think it's disgusting. You understand? She don't think it's disgusting. She go ahead and she be intimate with him and yeah, all that. For a thousand, going in. But while you sitting here think it's disgusting to satisfy your man the way he wants to, what do you think that leads to? He's not being satisfied. And like I said, being intimate is not the whole part, but it's a big part. It's not 100% of the relationship, but it's important because when you love somebody, you're in a relationship and y'all have a connection, I think intimacy is just natural. When you love somebody and you're into them, it's natural. But I had to go ahead and let her know you're selfish. You are a selfish lover. Period. You're selfish. You want him to do you, but you don't want to do him. How? I don't even understand why his clothes is still here. And you've been with him this long and you feel like oral sex is disgusting. Why is his clothes still here? I want to meet him because I want to ask him why he's still here. Because he was satisfying you, but it didn't click in your head like I'm going to satisfy him. And it's not even just about, intimacy. Just period. Being a listening ear. You understand? Making your man feel like you got his back. You know what I mean? You got his best interest. You going to push him. You going to empower him. You going to support him. It's like, I just feel like, in these relationships, a lot of us women we're selfish. We're selfish. We think about what we need in all areas. But I don't really feel like a lot of us take the time out and really try to understand, what a man needs. And neglecting what they need may push them into the arms of another person. It's just the reality of it. Sometimes is it right, but who's really to say right or wrong? You know what I mean? When someone isn't happy, when someone isn't satisfied, you know what I mean? And they don't, to be honest, they really don't be asking for much. You know what I mean? Some men, they don't really ask for much. But you can't expect a man to sit around and just sit around and his needs ain't being met, and you can't expect for him to stick around. Can't. I mean, come on, y'all. You can't expect that. You can't. If I'm not happy, if you ain't happy, you ain't sticking around. You're not. And another thing, I know I've talked about love language before. I feel like in these relationships and these marriages, y'all also do need to have a conversation about intimacy. Please have a conversation about intimacy. Please ask your partner what they like and what they don't like, so you know how to be intimate with them. And you know how to satisfy their needs. Like, come on, y'all. I know I really had to come on and do this live. Really, y'all know better. But I just wanted to put it out there because it was, the side chick is looked at as a bad thing. It's a bashed situation. Oh, men just do that because they can't commit, or they can't, be with one woman, or because they want to do what they want to do. And that's not always the case. And I wanted to go live to put the other side out there, because it wasn't brought up, but I knew it wasn't going to be brought up. So I said, you know what, I'm going to go live and, I'm going to talk about it, and I'm going to bring it up. And maybe, people can just tighten up. They're side dudes now too. You see what I'm saying? So it's some dudes that need to, go ahead and, tighten up in some areas. It's both sides though. It's not really just one side. It's both, but it only gets discussed, from one side. So yeah, things need to tighten up. You know what I mean? You never know somebody's reasoning of doing things. Not saying it's the right way to do it, but sometimes I feel like, some women can push a man into the arms of another woman. I'm just being real. People come on here and talk about how a man pushed a woman into the arms of another man. Well, men get pushed too. Men get tired too. And some men are unsatisfied. Jawan said, we as men want to be loved as well as women. It can't always be about her. Absolute. It's not. It's not always about us. It is not. That is something that needs to be understood. Like I said, I don't know how y'all go around not being intimate all the months and years, and what is going on? Baby, I don't know. Whew. I don't know. That's scary. Then when that man told me he ain't been intimate with his wife in 5 years. Five. And you ain't run away. And you ain't missing. Listen. I'm going to be quiet. But yeah. Talk about what you want because you have needs. They can be met. Thank you, Teresa. Hey. King Savage said, I speak up in minds before I go get a side chicken. Really, I'll leave before that. I recommend that. Excuse me. I recommend that. But what I'm saying is that's not reality all the time. It's not reality. Especially think about, okay, so I'm think about a person that has not been intimate with their mate. And they need that. They need it. However you look at it. They need it. Or they want it. Or whatever. And somebody come along and they get close to them and they start liking them. And like I was saying, a conversation and all that. And they become intimate. Well, what else was that person really supposed to do? Because in situations, people don't be like, oh, I'm looking for somebody, or this person could have came out the blue. It could be somebody they work with. You know what I mean? It could be somebody they just met and start talking to, and they have immediate attraction to them. You know why? Because some men have immediate attraction to women that listen to them when they vent, listen to them when they talk, that take a caring to them, take a liking to them, that are interested in them. That's how men move. A lot of women wouldn't know that because they're not paying attention. Not paying attention. So the side chick in some situations exist because y'all ain't paying attention to your man. Y'all ain't paying attention to what he need and what he want. Period. .com. I said what I said. Y'all can go tell people I said it. And then they could come ask me and I'll tell them I said it. Okay? So, I hope that, that helps. And y'all have Wendy. So basically, it's cool to cheat. Wendy. I didn't say it was cool to cheat. I didn't say that. That's not what I said. See how y'all, see when I say that people don't listen? Listen to what I'm telling you. I'm not condoning cheating. I'm not saying it's okay to cheat. But what I am saying is some women push men to cheat. I said what I said. Period. In some situations, yes. A man is pushed and put in a position to cheat. Reality. Ain't nobody sitting up here talking about right, wrong, or indifferent. I'm talking about what happens in reality. That's what I'm sitting here talking about today. What happens? It shouldn't happen. It does happen. We're going to talk about it. Period. Yeah, you're not listening. How did you listen to everything I said, Wendy, and you got out of what I said, it's okay to cheat? No, I'm talking about the reality of things. Do you understand? I'm talking about reality, not sugarcoating, none of that. The reality of what happens and some reasons why it happens. Listen, it might be a hard pill to swallow, ladies. It may be a hard pill to swallow. I understand. But if the shoe fits, if you gotta take the pill, it is what it is. Ain't nothing wrong with sometimes being like, you know what? I was the issue too. Instead of just being like, oh, you cheated. You stepped out on our relationship. Cheated on what? Wasn't enough. Listen. Cheated on what? What was going on? There was no connection. There was no talking. There was no listening. There was no intimacy. What did he really cheat on? Because y'all, at this point, y'all roommates, sis. I said what I said. Y'all was roommates. Period. I was about to go. Everything becomes broad when it comes to a man, but for Wendy, right, exactly. Yes, reality is a real deal. No bees. I don't care. Reality, yeah. Yes. James said, thank you for sharing a man's perspective, because if we do, we are toxic. No. And that's another thing. Just because, a man shares how they feel or whatever, that doesn't always mean that you're toxic. That doesn't mean that you're wrong. That does not mean that. It does not mean that. King Savage says some people have one-track mind. They do, because some people only think from one side of the fence, and that's what's wrong with the world now. Thinking it's one-sided. People let somebody come to them and be like, oh, let me tell you about Shalakemia, because listen, Shalakemia had a baby when she was 15. She tried to kill herself, girl. Yeah, she's crazy. But they'll never come and get to know Shalakemia for themselves. They'll never think like, well, why did Shalakemia try to kill herself? What did she go through? You know what I mean? Or okay, she became a mom, so people don't think that far. You see what I'm saying? a lot of people allow other people to think for them. And that's why a lot of relationships aren't working, because people aren't thinking for themselves. They're letting their friends think for them, their mom, their sister, their cousins. They letting people that ain't got nothing to do with the relationship dictate their relationship, have a voice in their relationship, and mess up their relationship. Because people do not think, they don't think past anything sometimes. They just don't. It's like, okay, this is how I feel. It don't matter what nobody else feel. I feel this. No, you have to be, and this is something I had to learn. You have to be in a situation like, okay, this is how I feel. I feel angry. I feel hurt. But how do he feel? So let's have a conversation about it. And let's get on the table how we both feel, so we can move forward and be better if we can move forward from this situation. Because if you have no communication in the relationship or the marriage, then what's the use? Let's be real. If you're not talking, because a relationship and a marriage takes work. This is something I learned. It takes some work. Do you understand? It's not going to be all laughs and giggles all the time. It takes some work. It takes some communication. Communication is key, baby. It will unlock a whole bunch of things. It will clear up a whole bunch of things if you just sit down with the person that you love. And have a conversation. If people aren't willing to sit down and have a conversation with you about how they feel or whatever the situation is, whatever it is, they don't love you. They don't love you. But I love y'all. I'm done. I've given my, my point of view for right, India, communicate. Exactly. Sometimes we got to sit back, be quiet, and communicate. And right, Charles, without being disrespectful, exactly. We do not have to hoop and holler and, be disrespectful, while communicating. That's something that, I had to work on as a woman is, more listening, more understanding, more compassion. Things I wasn't taught, but I had to learn that. If I want to be in a relationship, those are things that, I need to learn. But you're welcome. I love y'all so much. Happy Sunday, and I will see y'all tomorrow.